الصعبة فذلت، وعلى ماء السماء فسكبت، وعلى ماء السحاب فأمطرت. وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا محمد نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا آدم نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به أنبياؤك ورسلك وملائكتك المقربون صلى الله عليهم أجمعين، وأسألك بما سألك به أهل طاعتك أجمعين أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مطحية والجبال مرسية والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب منيرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد علمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أحصاه اللوح المحفوظ من علمك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في الكتاب عندك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك، وصل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد ملء ما أنت خالقه من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد صفوف الملائكة وتسبيحهم وتقديسهم وتحميدهم وتمجيدهم وتكبيرهم وتهليلهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية والرياح الزارية من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة تقطر من سماواتك إلى أرضك وما تقطر إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما هبت الرياح وعدد ما تحركت الأشجار والأوراق والزروع وجميع ما خلقت في قرار الحفظ من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر والنبات من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد النجوم في السماء من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في بحارك السبعة مما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الرمل والحصى في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من الجن والإنس وما أنت خالقه إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد أنفاسهم وألفاظهم وألحاظهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد طيران الجن والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الطيور والهوام وعدد الوحوش والآكام في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد الأحياء والأموات. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما أظلم عليه الليل وأشرق عليه النهار من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد من يمشي على رجلين ومن يمشي على أربع من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من صلى عليه من الجن والإنس والملائكة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما يجب أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما ينبغي أن يصلى عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى شيء من الصلاة عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الأولين وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وأسألك اللهم بالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا آدم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا نوح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا صالح عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يونس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أيوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يعقوب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوسف عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا موسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا هارون عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعيب عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إسماعيل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا داود عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا سليمان عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا زكريا عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يحيى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا أرميا عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا شعياء عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا إلياس عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا اليسع عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا ذو الكفل عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا يوشع عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، وبالأسماء التي دعاك بها سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وعلى جميع النبيين والمرسلين أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد نبيك عدد ما خلقته من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مدحية والجبال مرسية والبحار مجرأة والعيون منفجرة والأنهار منهمرة والشمس مضحية والقمر مضيئا والكواكب مستنيرة، كنت حيث كنت لا يعلم أحد حيث كنت إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد حلمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد علمك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كلماتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد نعمتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك، وصل على سيدنا محمد ملء عرشك، وصل على سيدنا محمد زينة عرشك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما جرى به القلم في الكتاب، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 سماواتك، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما أنت خالق فيهن إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل قطرة قطرت من سماواتك إلى أرضك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يسبحك ويهللك ويكبرك ويعظمك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد أنفاسهم وألفاظهم، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل نسمة خلقتها فيهم من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد السحاب الجارية، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرياح الذارية من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما هبت عليه الرياح وحركته من الأغصان والأشجار والأوراق والثمار وجميع ما خلقت على أرضك وما بين سماواتك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد نجوم السماء من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ملء أرضك مما حملت وأقلت من قدرتك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت في 7 بحارك مما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت وما أنت خالقه فيها إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد ملء 7 بحارك، وصل على سيدنا محمد زنة 7 بحارك مما حملت وأقلت من قدرتك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عدد أمواج بحارك من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد الرمل والحصى في مستقر الأرضين وسهلها وجبالها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد اضطراب المياه العذبة والملحة من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقته على جديد أرضك في مستقر الأرضين شرقها وغربها سهلها وجبالها وأوديتها وطريقها وعامرها وغامرها إلى سائر ما خلقته عليها وما فيها، ومدر وحجر من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي عدد نبات الأرض من قبلتها وشرقها وغربها وسهلها وجبالها وأوديتها وأشجارها وثمارها وأوراقها وزروعها وجميع ما يخرج من نباتها وبركاتها من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من الجن والإنس والشياطين وما أنت خالقه منهم إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شعرة في أبدانهم وفي وجوههم وعلى رؤوسهم منذ خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خفقان الطير وطيران الجن والشياطين من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل بهيمة خلقتها على جديد أرضك من صغير أو كبير في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها من إنسها وجنها ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد خطاهم على وجه الأرض من يوم خلقت الدنيا إلى يوم القيامة في كل يوم 1000 مرة. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من يصلي عليه، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد من لم يصل عليه، وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد القطر والمطر والنبات وصل على سيدنا محمد عدد كل شيء. اللهم وصل على سيدنا محمد في الليل إذا يغشى وصل على سيدنا محمد في النهار إذا تجلى وصل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرة والأولى وصل على سيدنا محمد شابا زكيا وصل على سيدنا محمد كهلا مرضيا وصل على سيدنا محمد منذ كان في المهد صبيا وصل على سيدنا محمد حتى لا يبقى من الصلاة شيء. اللهم وأعط سيدنا محمدا المقام المحمود الذي وعدته الذي إذا قال صدقته وإذا سأل أعطيته. اللهم وأعظم برهانه وشرف بنيانه وأبلج حجته وبين فضيلته. اللهم وتقبل شفاعته في أمته واستعملنا بسنته وتوفنا على ملته واحشرنا في زمرته وتحت لوائه واجعلنا من رفقائه وأوردنا حوضه واسقنا بكأسه وانفعنا بمحبته اللهم آمين. وأسألك بأسمائك التي دعوتك بها أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عدد ما وصفت ومما لا يعلم علمه إلا أنت أن ترحمني وتتوب علي وتعافيني من جميع البلاء والبلوى وأن تغفر لي وترحم المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات وأن تغفر لعبدك المذنب الخاطئ الضعيف وأن تتوب عليه إنك غفور رحيم. اللهم آمين يا رب العالمين. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: من قرأ هذه الصلاة مرة واحدة كتب الله له ثواب حجة مقبولة وثواب من أعتق رقبة من ولد إسماعيل عليه السلام. فيقول الله تعالى: يا ملائكتي هذا عبد من عبادي أكثر الصلاة على حبيبي محمد، فوعزتي وجلالي ووجودي ومجدي وارتفاعي لأعطينه بكل حرف صلى قصرا في الجنة، وليأتيني يوم القيامة تحت لواء الحمد نور وجهه كالقمر ليلة البدر وكفه في كف حبيبي محمد. هذا لمن قالها كل يوم جمعة له هذا الفضل، والله ذو الفضل العظيم. اللهم إني أسألك بحق ما حمل كرسيك من عظمتك وقدرتك وجلالك وبهائك وسلطانك، وبحق اسمك المخزون المكنون الذي سميت به نفسك وأنزلته في كتابك واستأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك، أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك. وأسألك باسمك الذي إذا دعيت به أجبت وإذا سئلت به أعطيت. وأسألك باسمك الذي وضعته على الليل فأظلم وعلى النهار فاستنار وعلى السماوات فاستقلت وعلى الأرض فاستقرت وعلى الجبال فرست وعلى الصعبة فذلت وعلى ماء السماء فسكبت وعلى ماء السحاب فأمطرت وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا محمد نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به سيدنا آدم نبيك، وأسألك بما سألك به أنبياؤك ورسلك وملائكتك المقربون صلى الله عليهم أجمعين، وأسألك بما سألك به أهل طاعتك أجمعين أن تصلي على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد عدد ما خلقت من قبل أن تكون السماء مبنية والأرض مطحية والجبال مرسية.
Resul-i Ekrem ve Nebi Muhterem sallallahu teala aleyhi ve sellem Efendimiz Hazretleri'nin aldığı hak münevver ve taharruf şeriflerine salavat-ı şerifi getirenler ahir ve akıbetlere hayırlı. Hâli ezvacı tahirat-ı evlâd-ı Resul-i Sahabet'in Efendilerimizin Sayyid-i Enbiya Azam ve Resul-i Fâhâ Haziratin Arvah şeriflerine Pirimiz Bilal-i Habeşi radiyallahu anh Efendimizin Şeyhimiz Sahib-ı Seyf Şahı Kıbrıs-ı Rabbani Hazretleri'nin ve alal husus bu caminin bahanesi ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş İmam Muazzin kaimlerinin ve gafil ehli iman ervahı için Allah rızası için El Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen-nebi. Ya eyyühellezîne âmenû sallû aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salah. Hayya ale's-salah. Hayya alel-felah. Hayya alel-felah. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
La ilahe illallah. Seyyidina Muhammed Resulullah sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillah. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecma'in. Nahmedullah Teala ve nestağfir ve şerhu en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh ve şerhu enne seyyidina Muhammedin abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluhu sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve ezvacihi ve ashabi tabi'i khulafin raşidin mahadin min ba'di بزمات على تحقيق عزم فرمات خلفاء رسول الله على تحقيق أمراء المؤمنين حضرة أبو بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعلى بقية الصحابة التابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. يا أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون اتقوا الله تعالى وإن الله هم الذين اتقوا الذين هم محسنون. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the universes. He is, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the most merciful, who is firmly established on the throne. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth and whatever is between them and whatever is beneath the soil. And if you speak aloud, it is no matter. He knows the secret thought and that which is yet more hidden. Allah, there is no Allah except for him. To him belongs the most beautiful names. Sadaqallah al-Azim. And may all peace and blessings be upon our Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, who says, when someone sends salawat on me greatly according to what is due to me, Allah Azza wa Jalla creates from that word an angel with one wing in the east and one wing in the west, with his feet resting in the lowest part of the earth and his neck right under the arsh, bending. Allah Azza wa Jalla says to that angel, bless my servant as he blesses my prophet. And that angel will continue to bless that servant until the day of judgment. Ya Allah, bless and grant peace and blessings to the spirit of our Master Muhammad among the spirits, and to his bodies among the bodies, and to his grave among the graves, and to his position among positions, and to his witnessing in witnessings, and to his remembrance when he is remembered. A prayer from us on our Prophet. Ya Allah, convey the greeting to him from us when the greeting of peace is mentioned. Peace be upon the Prophet and the mercy of Allah and his blessings. And may peace and blessings be upon his noble family and blessed companions, especially upon the four Khulafai Rashidin, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, Hazrat Umar Farooq, Hazrat Osman al-Ghani, and Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, and all those who follow them until the last day. O believers, all thanks and praises are due to Allah that we are about to enter into the blessed Mawlid of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the night when he was sent to this world. Believers are going to follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he says in Surah Al-Yunus, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the bounty of Allah and in his mercy, in that let them rejoice. Sadaqallah al-Azim. Believers are going to follow the sunnah of the Sahabe Kiram. That once the Holy Prophet ﷺ came to a circle of his companions and asked them, what are you doing? And the Sahabis answered, we have come together to pray to Allah and praise him for guiding us to his religion and blessing us with you. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, I ask you, by Allah, is that the only reason? And they answered, by Allah, we have not come together for any other reason. Holy Prophet ﷺ then said, I'm not asking you to promise me because of any suspicion, but because Jibreel alayhi salam came to me and told me that Allah Azza wa Jalla is boasting of you to the angels. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to celebrate and rejoice for that Holy Prophet alayhi salam. The Sahabis celebrated and rejoiced for that Holy Prophet. And that tradition was carried through the awliya and the ulama and the salihin for 1,400 years, reaching to us. Inshallah, we as believers are also going to connect to that tradition of thanking Allah for our Holy Prophet ﷺ. And part of that tradition of remembering and thanking for the birth of Holy Prophet ﷺ is remembering the events that happened surrounding his birth. Imam al-Busri, Qaddasallahu Sir, is recounting these events for us in the Qasidat al-Burda Sharif, saying, his birth distinctly showed his pure origin, the excellence of his beginning and his end. When he was born, the Persian Empire discovered that they were going to end. and were warned with the approach of misfortune and punishment. And the walls of the palace of the Kisra trembled and crumbled, and his army was scattered, never to be united again. And the jinn, they were screaming at his appearance, and his nur was glowing, and the truth appeared with these lights. The unbelievers became blind and deaf amidst the announcements of these glad tidings, nor did they hear, nor did they see the lightning of warning. And even the fortune tellers told the people that their false religions would not stand, and they witnessed shooting stars on the horizon, falling, just as the idols were falling on the earth, so much that the shaitans were running away from the path of revelation. What are these signs indicating? Why did Imam al-Busri mention these signs in his Qasidat al-Burda in this way? An intelligent man must think and he must reflect. We must not just think and reflect about our small problems and our small lives and our families and our businesses. We must think and reflect on the Holy Prophet ﷺ and on the greatness of our Holy Prophet. That is Mawlid. That is what Mawlid is for. To understand and to thank Allah. To understand more about the Prophet, to build connection more to him, and then to run to be more in hizmah to our Prophet out of love and fear to our Prophet. Mawlid is not for us to sing qasidas like carols and to eat food. Mawlid is not to make us to sink deeper into ghaflat. Mawlid is for us to wake up to the reality of Rasulullah ﷺ, and from that to wake up to our responsibility and duty as members of his ummah. So what is the meaning of the signs before the birth of the Holy Prophet ﷺ? What is the meaning of the palaces of Kisra crumbling, of the Persian army scattering and the shaitan screaming, of the idols falling, and of the light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ spreading across the world? It is an indication and a sign that the Holy Prophet ﷺ came to bring down zulm, oppression and tyranny, worldly zulm and religious zulm. It is a sign that the Holy Prophet ﷺ came to bring down all idols. It is a sign that Holy Prophet ﷺ came to be the Padishah of this world and the next. It is a sign of a Holy Prophet ﷺ's haybat and majesty. Today's Muslims, they are trying to delete these parts from the character of the Holy Prophet. They do not want to present to him as a general. They don't want to present to him as a ruler. They do not want to present to him as having authority and majestic power. They want to present him as, astaghfirullah, a weak, meek, poor, weak man. They say, look, he sewed his own clothes. He mended his shoes. He did housework. Yes, Prophet ﷺ did all of those. But he also organized a government. He also maintained an army. He also entered into statesmanship. He also spread Islam in the entire Arabian Peninsula, and he ruled. He also had dialogue with the kings of the East and the West. He also rode on the Archangel Jibreel alayhi salam and ascended through the heavens. He also entered into the divine presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Maidan, where even the wings of Jibreel alayhi salam would burn. He was the best of men in every respect. Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anh said, I have never seen someone who is braver, more generous, more courageous, more radiant, or more handsome than Rasulullah alayhi wasallam. In the Battle of Hunain, when the believers began to fear and the enemy was surrounding them, Holy Prophet ﷺ came down from his horse and said loudly to the people in the face of the enemy, I am the Prophet and this is no lie. I am the son of Abdul Muttalib and this is no lie. He commanded so much respect from those around him that even his enemies were shocked and they were unable to look at his face. One of the disbelievers who came to negotiate the terms of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah went back to the Quraysh and he said, O people, By Allah, I've been to the kings and to the Caesar, Khusro and Najashi, but I've never seen any of them have as much respect from their people as Muhammad ﷺ has from his Sahabis. Wallahi, if he spat, one of them would catch his spittle in their hand and rub it on their own face and skin. If he ordered something, it was carried out immediately. If he made wudu, they would struggle with each other to take the remaining water. And when they spoke, they would lower their voices or would not look at his face for a long time out of respect for him. When he used to call on one of them, they used to answer. They used to answer like this. Like Hazrat Abu Zar radiallahu anhu said, "At your service and your pleasure, Ya Rasulullah, may I be ransom for you." If the squarehead ones were to hear this from Hazrat Abu Zar, they would claim that he's making shirk, because he's literally saying, "Labaik, here I am, labaik." When they were on the verge of death, they remembered him, and they defended him, and they praised him. The disbelievers were about to kill Hazrat Zayd ibn Dasima. And Abu Sufyan, who was not Muslim at that time, said, "I ask you, Ya Zayd, by Allah, don't you wish that Muhammad were in your place, ﷺ, so that we could cut off his head instead of yours, and that you were with your family?" And Hazrat Zayd said, "Wallahi, I would not want to be with my family and comfortable if I knew that even a thorn would hurt the Holy Prophet ﷺ." And Abu Sufyan at that time said, "I have not seen any people who love anyone the way the Sahabi, they loved Muhammad ﷺ." That is the akhlaq of the Holy Prophet. That is the devotion of his Sahabis. Muslims today are asking, why are we so weak? We are weak because we don't love anymore. We are weak because we fear. It is because we forget the strength and majesty of our Holy Prophet. And this is not something that has been in our history. Never. This is something that just came in the last 100 years. The Muslims who came before us understood this sunnah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. They understood the sunnah of haybat and majesty and strength because they believe in khilafat, because they believe in kings and sultans. They never thought for an instant that the feet can be the head. They understood the sunnah of living like a believer and standing straight like a believer. This kind of Islam that we have today, the kind of Muslims we have become today weak and apologetic. This has never happened in the history of Islam. Our Shaykh is teaching us, saying, don't you see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to you, as long as one believer is standing on the face of this earth, I'm still going to make this religion to take over the world again, and I'm going to complete my nur, my light. Don't you know that ayat? And the Muslims today are thinking, yes, Allah needs us. No, He doesn't need you. He doesn't need me. He doesn't need anything. So, who is this saved group that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying is staying on the Siratul Mustaqim? He is saying those ones that are going to hold on tightly to my sunnat and the sunnat of my Sahabi Kiram. And the sunnat is the lifestyle of the Prophet. Sunnat means how the Prophet lived. What did he eat? How did he eat? When did he walk? Where did he work? What did he wear? How did he appear? How did he act? That is the sunnat of the Prophet ﷺ. And in these days, also they are trying to make the Prophet somebody who is very passive, who is just saying yes, yes. Don't you know so many hadiths sharif about the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that there were times when he was so much thrown. He was shown with so much majestic anger that the Sahabi Kiram couldn't sit in front of him. And when he was talking, everything was shaking. What kind of leader he can be that he doesn't have that majestic power that's coming? What kind of president? What kind of a king? What kind of head of army? What kind of father it would be that the father is not going to be able to scream and to be strong to his children. And the children are always going to say, oh, my father is just like my mummy. How foolish is that? Yes, the 21st century people are falling into the sickness. And because they became like that, they are thinking that the whole world is like that. O Muslims, O believers, we have to know our Prophet. We have to know the reality of our Prophet. We cannot follow our ego's idea of what the Holy Prophet was like. We cannot follow our enemy's description of what Holy Prophet ﷺ was like. We have to follow that real Holy Prophet, that the only way is to follow his inheritors. Our Grand Shaykh Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim Adil Hakkani is explaining it so beautifully and so simply, saying, so many Muslims, millions of them, are cheated by shaitan because they are refusing to follow awliya. Millions of them are cheated by shaitan because they are refusing to follow awliya. They are saying it is not from the time of the Prophet. They are foolish. Therefore, shaitan is carrying them. We are trying to make you friends of awliya. Awliya are friends of Allah. They are friends of the Prophet. Those who are friends of the Prophet, they are friends of Allah. Therefore, we are asking to give you the love of awliya. Allah Almighty was saying, you must be with my friends. Yes, so simple. O believers, we should wake up in this Mawlid. We should wake up and understand a little bit more of that most beloved one to Allah. And we must learn about him. And we must learn about his sunnah, and about his way, and about this way, and about his mission from those who have never been separated from him. We should learn about the Holy Prophet from those who are his friends. We should learn about the hakikat of the Holy Prophet ﷺ from those who are the Ahlul Haq. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Haq has come and batil has perished. Surely batil is by its nature bound to perish. Sadaqallah al-Azim. O believers, in this Mawlid, we are praying to be on Haq, following the Rasul of Haq with the people of Haq. Inshallah Rahman. Amin. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. استغفر الله العظيم الذي لا اله الا هو الحي القيوم واتوب اليه لا اله الا الله لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد كل شيء قدير لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد كل شيء قدير لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد كل شيء قدير لا اله الا انت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا اله الا انت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا اله الا انت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكه والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة إن دين عند الله الإسلام قام الصلاة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد محمد رسول الله أشهد محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. بجلاله وكماله سبحانك يا عظيم سبحان الله. العلامة الإسلام والشرف الإيمان دائما الحمد لله.
يا الحمد لله شكرا يا رب يا رب.
تعالى شأنه لا إله إلا الله أكبر.
الله أكبر كبيرا.
الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير سبحان ربي الأعلى الوهاب.
آمين حسبنا الله. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كلنا آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. آمنا بالله صدق الله العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو
الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله سيدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم.
صل يا ربي وسلم على جميع الأنبياء المرسلين وعلى كل الأجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات، على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات، على أكمل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات. صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته وأنبيائه ورسله وجميع الخلق على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه وعليه السلام. ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن سادة أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين وعن تابعين بهم بإحسان من المشاهدين الماضين والمتكلين أولياء الصالحين ومشايخنا في الطريق النقشبندية العالية. نسأل الله تعالى اللهم زكيا ونور الله تعالى ريحة مباركة وعلى الله تعالى بركاتهم ومغفراتهم دار والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الفاتحة. اللهم صل وسلم. فاتحة. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الفاتحة.
Biz Osmanlıyız.
Biz Osmanlıyız.
Tek şanlıyız.
Tek şanlıyız.
Tekbir.
Allahu Ekber.
Tekbir.
Allahu Ekber.
Tekbir.
Allahu Ekber.
Walillahil hamd. Selamun aleyküm. Ya Alhamdulillah. Cuma mübarek. Tamam. Anything you want to ask, say. Say something that is going to benefit you and others, or else keep silent. Remember this for this month. There's nothing else that you can do to remember this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. If you want to say something that is going to benefit others, or else keep silent. Benefit you and others. That is worth more than so many other things that you think that you are doing, because that changes your behavior. All our salawats and all the mawlids, if it doesn't change our ahlak, our character, to become like the character of the Prophet ﷺ, then what is the use? Because the whole point of the Prophet ﷺ coming to give the message of Islam and submission to people is to change them from the bad characteristics to good characteristics. And he came as the one with tremendous character, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself has praised him. The Quran Karim saying, you are from a tremendous character. So it is important that the character then becomes more like the Prophet ﷺ. Take it, put it in your lives. This is important for me and for you and for anyone else who is listening. You like it, you take. You don't like it, leave it. I will take it. Assalamu alaikum. Be comfortable. That's it. when a person does the sunnah, in reality he's praising the Prophet ﷺ. Because the praising is not just through saying the words. Then what is the difference now? The MP3 player can also play salawats 24 hours. It's not going to do him any good. You teach a bird to recite that, it's not going to do any good too. What is needed for today? Alhamdulillah. In the old days, like 10, 20 years ago, people were very scared and fearful to have mawlids. They managed to trick the ummah. Now it's everywhere. People are more open and they are more celebrating it. But the Mawlid Sharif, just to recite, just to say, Ya Rabbi, send your blessings on the Prophet. Just to say that, like what we're saying, the purpose of the Mawlid and the purpose of the salawats is so that we can follow him, we can become like him, so that his perfume can be on us. We can be from those ones of his ummah that he loves. And in order for us to be like that, our character now has to change a little bit. The person who is just reciting that now, but if his character, it is not taking the characteristics of the Prophet ﷺ. And don't get me wrong, characteristic of the Prophet ﷺ is not just to speak very calm, very nice voice, very soft, because this is how they like the imams and the sheikhs to be like today, like Christian priests going up there. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. No. To get the sunnah and to get the manners is not just to say, to look so super sweet. You look at that one, he's so super sweet, you can get diabetes just looking. Put your hand in your hand and then just walk backwards like this. This is not. There was a time when the Prophet ﷺ, he was speaking very harshly. There was a time when he was pulling the sword. There was a time when he says, whatever you've built to yourselves, I will destroy. Correct or no? Yes? He did. But he was doing that. What was he pulling the sword against? Who was he doing that to? What was he destroying? He was destroying the false ilahs. He was destroying our false selves. He is bringing us to paradise by breaking that idol, outside and inside. Because that was what was needed in the first Jahiliyyah. He spoke to them, yes, he spoke. He spoke to them sometimes nicely, sometimes very harshly, sometimes persuasive, sometimes in direct conflict. It is all necessary now. But now, as we are saying, the tremendous reward, the blessings of that salawat, just one salawat that we are sending, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to create an angel of one salawat, that his feet is going to touch the lowest of the low, and his neck is going to be bowing under the arsh, meaning he's going to be so huge. You cannot imagine how huge he is. And his wings is going to spread through east and west. And that angel will just be, until Judgment Day, praying for us on our behalf. Praising us. Giving salawats to us. Astaghfirullah. If that is through a word, then what happens when we are praising the Prophet through an action? This is the point we are saying now. Praising the Prophet ﷺ through the action. And where are we going to learn these actions from? Because people now, everyone is learning from books. Everyone is learning from books. Prophet was not a book. It was not a book. The book came from him. Of course, Allah put it there, but the book came from him. But people are learning everything through the book, and now people are learning through screen. So there is no connection to the living representative of the Prophet. What happens then? Then it becomes book knowledge, and you cannot practice it. You're trying, you cannot practice, because everything becomes very academic. Then we cannot practice it. There's so much stress comes on top of you. Your faith will shake either way. Either you're going to leave it, or you say this is too much, it is hopeless, or you're going to push to pretend. But if you're learning now how to praise the Prophet ﷺ, how to learn from his characteristic, his akhlaq, from those ones who have his characteristics, these are his waris, these are his representatives. And the representatives, as the Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, the knowledgeable, those ones in my nation, that they have knowledge, the alims, they are like the prophets of the Bani Israel. He's saying they are like the prophets of the Bani Israel. Alims doesn't just mean the scholars. It means people who have knowledge, because so many scholars today, they don't have knowledge, they have a lot of information. And this information is just giving so much confusion to people. 24 hours, non-stop confusion. People, more they read, more they get confused. More they go to the scholars, more they get confused. Because this is the nature of studying through books. It never gives you yakin. It never gives you certainty. Because you cannot get certainty from a book. Finish. You cannot get certainty from a book. You only get certainty from the people who have certainty, and they pass it to you. They open it for you. No book can open it. They say, well, Quran is a book. Quran did not come book like that to the Prophet or to the Sahabis. They were not walking around with the Quran like today so many Muslims are walking around Quran and reading and debating with so many people. They were living the Quran. They were living it. As our Shaykh was saying so many times, the Sahabis, they would not rush to memorize the Quran too. We have so many Hafiz here, mashallah, but they're not rushing to memorize. They take one ayat and they make sure that ayat, in its form and in its meaning, they put it in their life. They put it in their life. Until 100% is in their life, they're not going to learn another ayat. So these people, they became inheritors of the Prophet, because then that time the Quran is not a book, it's not something they memorize, it's not something they read, it's something that they experience. These are the ones who are walking Qurans. These are the ones that they are inheritors of the Prophets. The Sahabi Kiram, for instance. That the Prophet has been described as a walking Quran, so they are. But they are doing it in imitation of the Prophet. They're not doing it in imitation of ideology or their own understanding or their own ego. So what we're saying now, very good, alhamdulillah, people are making salawats, people are making mawlids. But the whole point of salawats and mawlid is so that your character changes. It becomes more like the Prophet ﷺ. Then you have to see the character of the Prophet ﷺ in this 23 years, according to the different situations. What is it for? What is that for? How are we going to understand prophets when people don't even have respect for authority? They don't understand what is authority. They don't believe in kings anymore. They don't believe in holy people anymore. How are you going to understand the Prophet? That time, as it is today, people are going to treat the Prophet like themselves. If you meet the Prophet here right now, what are you going to do? I think I would understand him and he would understand me. Yeah. So now we are treating the Prophet just like us, because it's what they've been teaching for the past 100 years. The feet rules the head. If you're not understanding where you are and where the head is, Everyone thinks they're the head. Nobody thinks that they are the feet. Everyone is rushing to be the head. So that time people are going to rush, just like the first Jahiliyyah, to say, I can be prophet too. It's no big deal. Abu Jahil saying that, Abu Lahab saying that, other people are saying that. Why he has to be? It can be me. So what? And there were also other people who pretended to be prophet during the Prophet's time, ﷺ, because they think it is so easy. They think it's just like that. They can fool people because they think the form is there, just as today there are so many fooling people. From the outside, they look like sheep, but inside they're wolves. They're eating their own people. They're destroying their own people, let alone this world. Outside, they look like sheep. Subhanallah. Like we had the snow, mashallah. First heavy snow we're having this year. More blessings coming with snow. Everything is white, everything is pure. They're saying we are more pure than that. Claiming we're the only ones who are pure. Claiming we're the only ones now. If you ever claim you're the only one, then to know that you are not on the right way. Because Allah's mercy, He can change just like that. Your heart to be like this or His heart to be like that. Then that time you're in love with your Lord and you're in fear of your Lord. Like I'm saying, how are you going to understand now about the Prophet ﷺ? There's no more kingship. There's no more khilafat. There's no more respect because of the station that Allah has put. There's no more holy people. Everyone is treated the same. You want to be the same. So if you don't understand that, how are you going to have Mawlid? How are you going to send praises on that Prophet ﷺ? They're based on just emotion. Yeah, so many people, they're claiming we're Ashki Rasul, but we're looking. You're not putting his lifestyle into your life. Then what is that claim? He struggled. What are we struggling with? He didn't struggle, ﷺ, with his ego. He struggled with our ego, to bring our egos from the nafsu amara to nafsu mutmain. Are we struggling against our ego? No, we don't even believe in that. We don't even believe there's a struggle of the ego. We don't even believe that there are certain ones that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in this world to help us in that struggle. We don't believe that there is a struggle. Just pray 5 times a day, read Quran, Quran and Hadith, Quran and Hadith, Quran and Hadith. Don't follow anyone, follow Quran and Hadith. I wouldn't be surprised if they say that to the Sahabis too. You following the... No, brother, please. Quran and Hadith. I wouldn't be surprised if they start correcting the Prophet ﷺ too. Why not? Why not? Shaitan corrected Allah. In divine presence, he corrected Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this ego has the ability to claim itself to be a Lord. If we are not understanding of this characteristic that we have, our ego, that every time it is struggling to declare itself Lord, if we don't understand that and how we are going to now remove that from us, no matter how much we are doing, how much prayer or how much Quran or how much Hadith or how much Mawlid we're doing, there is still an enemy inside that is destroying everything that you've built. That wolf is still inside. That wolf. Outside you can look really nice. Our share, mashallah. Whether like this, I feel like sometimes we have to go out there just for his sunnah. Saying, Shaykh Maulana says, now put the wolf skin on you. Yeah. Saying to him, in these days, if the wolves are looking like sheep, you have to look like the wolves. Those ones then, they have the heart inside that is pure, that is in love of their Lord and in awe and fear of their Lord at the same time. So the Mawlid Sharif, it is coming. It is here. Understand what we are doing in this Jamaat is celebrating that Prophet every single day. Every time that you are saying to your nafs, I'm not going to do what I want to do, I'm going to do this because this is sunnah. Every time you say to your nafs, I want to do something, and your nafs is saying, why you have to do that? This is what you're taught, your father, mother is teaching you, your country is teaching you this, your culture is teaching you this. Is no. Because this is how I learned what the Prophet likes through my sheikh, through 40 grand sheikhs of the Nakshibendi order. Every time you do that and you struggle, your station will rise. In that struggling, your station will rise. Not even in that victory, you understand, in the struggle. And that time, every day is a mawlid. That time you don't have to declare, oh, yeah, Rasulullah. You don't have to declare that. You're already living that. When you're pulling that kufr, taking the reins of that kufr into your hands, and you're stepping on your ego, even when you are right, and you're stepping on your ego, you're saying, no, there must be a better way of doing like this. You're stepping on your arrogance. You're stepping on your anger. You're stepping on your jealousy. And you know you're being stubborn and you say, okay, I should not be. I should over. That, just by struggling like that, that is worth more than whatever salawats that you're going to make. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to create one angel that is huge, that we cannot imagine, on one salawat that we say, imagine what He's going to create. Imagine what He's going to create when we're taking on the characteristic of the Prophet. You understand? There is open sohbat, public, so we cannot open so many other things. It's private, I can open. What? So, may Allah forgive us, inshallah. If there's something, one thing that you're going to remember, you say, I will stop being a tyrant today. I'm not going to be a tyrant. Prophet came to destroy tyranny. Say, I'm not going to be a tyrant. Then check where you are. Check where you are. I'm not, but there is a way to make it better, you must try. There is a way to make it better, you must try. Even if you are right, you must try. And especially for the Jamaat, everyone has that responsibility. To you, to each other, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your families, to your children. Because so many people, they're looking and they're just copying also. It should not be. And that time when you are doing it, you will see other things start opening for you too. It will, it must. That time. From the salawat, you are saying, La ilaha illallah. That ilah is coming up, that zoom, that arrogance is coming out, and you say, La ilaha illallah, that you cut off that one's head. That evil characteristic, you cut it off. It leads to that. Without the Prophet ﷺ, you cannot make La ilaha illallah. Your La ilaha illallah is going to be another ilah. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. May Allah raise the station of our Shaykh. May Allah open our hearts and keep us in protection. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. You have a question? Say, inshallah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I have a good view of reciting Mawlid al-Sharif. However, some people are giving me bad explanations and opinions, so I'm confused right now. I'm sure it will be more clear for me if I got to know the purpose of reciting it. Could you please clarify what is the proper understanding of its origin and benefits of reciting it?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will say this very quickly, very easily, for you to understand. Praising the Prophet, it is Mawlid. And the first one who is praising the Prophet ﷺ, Mawlid, meaning is that one who has no beginning and he has no end. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allah and His angels, verily, that is like a very strong statement. Verily, Allah is saying. You understand? Allah, in the Quran, Allah swears. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by this stars, He's swearing by this, He's swearing by. Don't think Allah swearing by the star means the star that He created. Why Allah is going to swear by that? Allah swear by the mountains, Allah swear by the pen, Allah swear by. Well, there's a meaning to that. And it's not the meaning according to what we see and we hear according to our five senses. And Allah is saying, verily Allah and His angels praise the Prophet. And Allah is saying, Him and His angels, there is no beginning and end. His praising is no beginning and there is no end. Meaning His mawlid, there is no beginning and there is no end. Allah has no beginning and Allah has no end. And Allah is saying, He is continuously praising with the angels, meaning now, there is not just a secret communication. Because the salawat, it is a communication. Salawat is not you only giving, and that's what people are thinking, you only giving. This not, it returns, it continues. The khutbah is saying that. Hadith Sharif is saying that. You give the salams and the salah, and the angels is created to give salams and salah to you back. Allah is commanding that. This is one of hundreds and thousands of blessings that you get just by praising that one. He's saying, you give me praising once, you send salams one time, I will send it 10 times to you. Right now, if we are saying, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa Sayyidina Muhammad, there is an angel who will bring our salawat directly to the Prophet ﷺ, and that angel is going to say, so and so, who is the son of so and so, who is the son of so and so, tracing your lineage back all the way to Adam ﷺ, sending salams to you, Ya Rasulullah. And the Prophet ﷺ is going to say, send my salams back to him 10 times. And he goes. After a certain, don't think also at the same time, everyone. It's according to your level. You send a letter to the, you can address it to the president, but don't think the president is going to open it. There are certain security clearances that you have to go, correct? Same way. Not every action that we do, every amal, every ibadat that we do is going to reach to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At every level, the angels, they are going to check. And so, it is a communication. You say, and it returns to you, and it continues until Judgment Day. This is also part of the meaning there. And so, Allah and His angels sending salams to that Prophet, without beginning, without end. That is the origin of Mawlid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with one praise, it is more heavy, it is greater than every praising, every salam, every salawat, that everything in creation that we know, we don't know, if they spend all of their time that in existence, time inside of time also, to praise the Prophet, it cannot equal to one praise that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to that Prophet. Cannot. Or what the angels are giving. And Allah is saying, He didn't say, "O Muslims, give praises." He says, "O you who believe." O you who believe. This ayat especially, it is very important for people of the Akhir Zaman. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he is a prophet of the Akhir Zaman. Because there are so many calling themselves this or that, Muslims, but when you say belief, not too much. Not too much. So many they're saying, don't give salawats, don't celebrate this Mawlid. There is a shirk. What kind of belief? So Allah is saying, oh, you who believe, praise Him. As much as you want, praise Him. As much as you want, praise Him. You don't pass certain boundaries, but what is the boundary that you're going to pass? To say that you pass your limits. If you say what? Say what? Huh? If you say He is Allah, which He is not. Other than that, praise as much as you want. Because it can never be equal to one praising of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the poet of the subcontinent is saying, Ya Rasulullah, other than Allah, you are the greatest. You understand? So this is what makes us Ahli Sunnah, to concentrate on that, Habib. Benefits to that? We are looking to the pleasure of Allah. We are looking to Allah being pleased with us. We are not looking for any other thing. We want the Sultan. We're not looking to see what the Sultan is going to give us. We want the Sultan's heart. So don't listen to confusion. Read the Mawlid. Increase your love for the Prophet ﷺ. This is the days of confusion, don't give in. Then have that love and have that strength to fight against your ego that is going to say, I want to live a life that is different from what he's bringing to this world. And that time, if you want to wear a baseball cap, say, I'm not going to wear a baseball cap. If I want to wear a baseball cap, it's better for me to cover my head to wear a kufi. You understand? Now, at that time, if you want to wear, these days, especially men looking like women, women looking like men, wearing tight pants, you say, I'm not going to wear that. I'm going to wear loose clothes, sunnat clothes. For his sake. I'm going to have a love for what he loves. I'm not going to feel hate or embarrassment or this. I'm going to develop a love and to be proud of what he loves. Start with simple things like that. And then it'll start to grow. Inshallah, continue with it. This is enough proof for us that Allah loves Him and is praising Him and His prophets. If we whole life we just recite the salawat, it is still not enough. You don't eat, you don't drink, you don't sleep, you don't do anything, you just pray, you recite salawat, it is still not enough. So, everyone to come together to celebrate it together, this is just a development of that, like what the khutbah is saying. Sahabe kiram thanking Allah. This is what every Mawlid is, to thank Allah. And you can sit down and thank Allah. Okay, you want to sit down, you want to thank Allah. And you want to feed poor people, do that. You want to sit down, you want to thank Allah, you want to feed poor people. And you want to recite Quran, you can do that. You want to recite Sirah, you can do that. You want to make it more beautiful so that the children can be happy a little bit. And you want to give candy, you can do that. Oh, listen to these Wahhabi shaitans. One time I saw this video and it's showing the picture of the tomb of the Prophet, the green dome. It's like, oh, this is interesting. And then one man came wearing turban, Arab-speaking man. I said, it's very interesting. He's talking about Mawlid. Very nice way speaking Arab. He's saying, my brothers, people are saying about Mawlid, and people are coming together. And I think the tone that he was saying was showing that he was very, he was Ahli Sunnah. He likes to do that. He likes to give Mawlid. He says, people are gathering together. on the 12th Rabiul Awal, to cook and feed each other, to give candy to each other, to recite Quran on the Prophet's birthday. My brothers, this is all haram. I was shocked. So much confusion. Pull yourself away from that. Don't fight also with them. No need. They have been trained for 100 years to fight haq. You understand? You're just waking up today to realize what is haq. Don't fight with them. Pull yourself back. Unless you're with the people of haq, that they've been holding haq for 1400 years. That time you can, if it's necessary. Otherwise, pull yourself back. Fatiha. Allah forgive me, inshallah. Say. You have something you want to give others? No? You guys don't have water? Say how much we drink.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that He has created mankind to represent Him, is it all of mankind or specific individuals? How can we represent Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if we are usually failing and being fooled by our ego, and most of mankind are dying in that fooled state?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. There is no exception that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He says we have created mankind to represent Him. And the Prophets ﷺ, when they came, 124,000 of them, they never make any exceptions. I mean, they're sent to their nations, by the way. The Prophets were not sent to everyone. They're sent to their own nations, and they don't make exceptions in their nations. They don't say this is only for people I like, and this is, no, it's for the entire nations. Of course, there are prophets, and there are Rasuls, and there are Nabi and Mursal. There are different stations of the prophets. Some prophets, the command is only for them and their family in a small group. Some prophets, they are sent to the entire nations. And some prophets, they are sent to entire nations, but they have a book. Some prophets, they don't have a book. They follow the book that was sent from before. So these are the different stations. And some prophets, they have pages. They don't have books. They have pages. Like Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam, they have pages, suhuf. But the kitab, the books, is only given to a handful of prophets. So, but every prophet came to make every man, meaning man and woman, let's say, mankind, to make them to remember the promise that they made on the day of promises, which is to serve Allah, to love only Allah, and to recognize only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is not specific to individual. The message is sent to everyone. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, but most of mankind, they are cruel. Most of mankind, they are ungrateful. Most of mankind, they are foolish. And the prophets came from every angle to talk to man, to persuade man. Every angle, not just one way. They're not just standing up there and preaching to people. They went to their homes, they helped, they talked, but their own family members that they are living with, their own wives, their own children turn against them. Every angle. By nice, by force, by talk, by miracle. Mankind, because of the ego, and mankind not wanting to control that ego, so let the ego to control them. There is no excuse now. No one can say, Ya Rabbi, you create this ego and I cannot control it. It's your fault. Which is what Shaitan is saying. So many people are going to say that. You create this ego, so it's your fault. Hasha, astaghfirullah. To even think like that, you're already out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yes, He has created the ego. Yes, He has put us in this lowest world, which is our enemy, two enemies. Yes, He has created Shaitan also to be with us. Yes, He has created that third enemy. Yes, He also created our nafs, correct? 4 enemies. But you know what? We only have 4 enemies. How many friends do we have? Like what the khutbah is saying. Those, Shaykh Maulana saying what? Those who are friends with the friends of Allah, they become his friend too. You have Allah as your friend. You have the Prophet ﷺ. You have the Sahaba Kiram. You have every prophet. You have the Salihin. You have the books that comes. You have your intelligence. You have everything. You have the angels. You only have 4 enemies. No one can say, I can't help it. You can't help it because the will that Allah has given you, you're not returning it back to Allah to say no. It's like you have a very smart person. He's just learning how to drive yesterday. Then somebody, his father, for example, gave him a sports car. Most people are going to get very happy and they're going to drive it. But what they're going to do? They're going to crash it. But if that one is very smart, he's going to say, I return this to you, this car. I return this ability to drive to you. What is the father going to do with the car? He gave it because he doesn't need it. And the father says, okay, because you did that, I'm going to make sure that you will learn how to drive this as I know how to drive this. And then that time, you're not using your ego. You will not crash. You're using the will of your father. You're using the will of your creator. You're not using the will from the ego side. And so, but first, to be able to return your will to the will of Allah, the prophets came to say, follow me. You want to follow Allah? Follow me. So you have to return your will first to your prophet. That is the protocol that is there. So if you're not learning how to submit your will to the one who has authority over you, it's impossible for you to return your will to Allah. Like I said, today so many people, they're false idols. From outside, they look like Muslims. But inside, they're worshipping something else. You don't believe me? Go to the so-called holy lands now. They're making that, turning that to become a Disneyland and worse. Mixed Disneyland and what else? Las Vegas, what else? Paris, what else? Everything you want to mix, they have plans for that. So, how can you succeed? You hold on to your guide. Learn how to submit to your guide. Learn how to submit to your prophet and to submit to Allah. Then that time, when you return your will, it is no longer your will. It is Allah's will. That time, when that will is returned, given to you as an amanah, as a trust, you're not using it as yours, you're using it as theirs. You understand? That time you'll represent. Inshallah, may Allah let us to die with faith and with love of His Prophet and our Shaykh, inshallah, never to separate us. Fatiha. Amen. Okay, have your dessert. You have a question?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I've heard of a hadith sharif that the Prophet ﷺ says that the first night of the deceased goes through within the grave is the toughest. So sadaqah should be given in the name of the deceased. What is the truth behind this hadith sharif?
The truth behind this hadith is the Prophet, and this Prophet speaks the truth. Follow this hadith. Don't be like Wahhabi, that they say they reject and they put doubt into everything that is coming from the Prophet. Don't. This is Ahlul Sunnah mentality, is that you saying the Prophet is doing this, we put it on top of our heads. We don't argue with it, we don't fight with it. Because what is that hadith saying? Is that hadith saying for you to do something bad, something wrong, something evil, something against Allah? No. It's saying for you to pray. It's saying for you to be good. It's saying for you to do good things. Isn't that what Allah and His Prophet is bringing? Yes. Understand if the hadith is saying that. If that is the basic understanding of that hadith, don't reject it. If you reject it, it's going to be very bad for you. You understand? Because now you're saying you're rejecting the words of the Prophet. You need to be a scholar to know that that hadith that is saying, give sadaqah for someone who has passed. You need to be a scholar to know whether that is true or not. This is common sense. The Prophet ﷺ did not come to bring this religion to scholars. In fact, the scholars of that nation, they were against him. He came to bring to everyone that everyone can understand. So understand it simply. You understand? If you ask about that hadith, stick to that hadith, it's okay. Other hadiths, we may talk about that, if it's necessary, if it's not necessary. But whatever hadith that you come across and it's saying there's nothing wrong, nothing evil, don't be scared. Say, Ya Rabbi, I don't know anything. My intention is very important. My intention is to please you. Do it. Is that hadith saying do wrong things? No. Then go ahead. Nothing is going to happen. More blessing will reach to you, inshallah. Don't listen to these square-head Wahhabis. What else we have? You are not eating?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is always mentioned that when they ﷺ were separated, Hazrat Hawa was crying for Hazrat Adam ﷺ, and he ﷺ was crying for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the lesson in this for a woman? How should a woman approach her husband without having wrong attachments? What is the proper way according to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will and according to our Shaykh?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The lesson in this, a husband and a wife in Islam, look to see how the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, they were. Not only one, look at all the rest of the wives also that he had. Oh, wives. Just that word is enough to show where your level of faith is for the women of this age. Look at the wife of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. Look at the wife of Hazrat Umar. Wives, look at how they are. Okay? Now, there is this thing in Islam that is called wali. That one is your guardian. That one is responsible for you. You are not so responsible. The responsibility of a husband, it is great. He is going to be questioned for everything dunya and akhirat, about his wife and about his children. The responsibility of the wife, it is towards the husband and towards the children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask on the day of judgment, not even to the woman, he's going to ask to the wali, to the husband, not father, she's not married, if not the brother, going to ask, are you pleased with her? If the man says, yes, I am, and he will speak the truth. He's not going to say, yes, I am, or I'm not, according to his ego. That time, no ego is going to speak, only the truth is going to speak. And the pleasure that you are going to get is very simple for the woman to perform. The pleasure that, the blessings that, for example, the wife gets from just bringing one glass of water to the husband when he comes back, it is as if she has gone to the Hajj and come back, just for one glass. Imagine if she does everything else. Imagine this. The man is going to say, yes, I am pleased with her. Allah will not even address the woman. He's going to say to the angels, take her and bring her straight to paradise. No question, no nothing. Straight to paradise. Through any door that she likes. For the man, you have to sit and you have to wait. And you're going to be questioned for everything. We are going to be questioned for everything. Women are running to become what? They're not running for their own identity. People have lost their identity. People have lost, because of this arrogance and this jealousy, thinking that honor is something else. honor is not what Allah has given you. That time you are judging Allah. You're saying to Allah again, you have made a mistake. The honor, man, we need tariqat to understand what is suffering, what is struggling against our ego, what is fighting against our nafs, what our desires want. We need tariqat. Women is not so necessary. Why is that? Because in their nature, Allah had created what they're going to go through in their life more than what the men are going to go through in tariqat. They don't really need it. Just to go through the pregnancy and the pain and the suffering, to have a life that is inside of you, and understanding now from a very deep level, you submit. You submit. Correct or no? You can control it? No. You submit, you say, you understand, if my body, I cannot control my body. What about anything else? Ya Rabbi, how great you are, how weak I am. It's given to every woman, Muslim or non-Muslim. Then the pain that they are going through, this is not for them. This is for someone else. They're not going through that pain for their own benefit too. It is for literally for someone else. The childbirth that she goes through, as the awliya Allah is saying, a woman who's going through the childbirth, she has to reach the station of sainthood. In that station, if she passes, she goes straight to paradise. She is a shaheed. The pain that she goes through, understanding in that pain, it is again not for herself. She has no benefit to get from it. It is literally for another life. And that pain, after that, immediately it turns to love. And this is not just the baby comes out, so much pain. If it's a man going through that pain, baby come out, you're going to kill it. They say, you caused me this pain, I'm going to chop your head off. But the woman seeing that, all covered in like that, man is saying, hey, this is our baby, it's so ugly. The woman is saying, oh, it's so cute. They come. You understand now that their nature is not man's nature. We need to go through so much training. Women don't need to. Because it is there. Of course, if you go through your life and then you take certain things from tariqat, then it's completely different. But Allah is fair. Allah is just. And that pain and that love, it didn't stop there just after that and then it's done. It continues. Because the feeling of that mother never stops. The pain that she feels for the son or the daughter and the love that she feels, it never stops. Correct or no? Until she dies or until the child dies. Forever. Now, how are the men going to understand that? Allah is fair too. Allah is saying, you have to now. You have to now. When you start stepping in your ego, soften it, soften your heart. And women's, after a certain station, certain age, their heart now will start to also balance a little bit more. So, we have to understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just. We are created to be servants. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of our service. But He has created creation, and He says, in order for you to serve me, serve the ones that I've created, serve the ones that I love. So once you start serving the ones that you love, you're serving to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, you're going to submit. Wives are going to submit to their husbands. And in that submission, that love, it has to be there. But it has to be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not for the sake of your ego. May Allah make us to submit to the right ones and the proper ones, inshallah rahman. May Allah make us to submit to those ones who represent Him, so that our submission will be pure and ready to be presented to the Divine Presence. Amin Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Your husbands, submit. It's okay. Now they're going to say, what about the men? The men have to submit to their sheikh. Fair? That's how it's supposed to be. Sahaba kiram, they submit to the Prophet. Don't worry, there's enough to go around for everyone. Don't get jealous. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. This much is enough, inshallah. Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum.